Guys, and welcome back to my channel again. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to cut a kimono dress. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the notification bell to get notified each time we post a new video. And the good thing about this video, guys, I'm going to post a link below to see how you can be able to sew the kimono dress. I didn't put the sewing together with the cutting because I don't want to have a long video. So guys, go, you see the link below this video so you can be able to go trace where the sewing is and also learn how to sew. With that all being said, let's get down to business. So guys, today we'll be making use of 2 years of plain fabric and a little bit of a Ankara fabric. So, and this also for our design. So let's get started. Sorry, but I've divided the plain fabric, into two. So I've divided it into two. As you can see, it's already into two here. It's already by two here. Then I've divided it and folded it and get it on top of each other. So here now, we go in by the neck. The neck is 3. The reason why I made it 3 is because I don't like a very big neck, so I prefer the neck to be like moderate. So here the deepness of the neck is 3 inches. When you still go, I'll tell you the reason why I made this 3 inches. Well, here I'm going to make use of a sweetheart neck. So for me, I take it again, go in by 6 inches. 6 inches. So this is for the neck. This is for the neck. This one is for the neckline. So when it comes to our armhole, we go in by 10.5. I like 10.5. I do by 10.5 because I don't want after sewing it's going to be tight on me, so I don't want to also make it to be that loose. So I want it to be a little bit fitted, a little bit not that fitted because it's supposed to be a free gown. So here now we come down here to go to the waistline. The waistline is 17. Sorry, the waistline is 16. Sorry, waistline is 16. So we get to our hip line. From the waistline to the hip line is 7 inches. 7 inches. Or I'll still bring the camera close for you to see what I'm measuring. Then from the waistline to the round leg line is going to be 17. From the waistline to the round leg is 17. So our bust line, I forgot, our bust line is 9 inches. Our bust line is 9 inches. So we measure, we label, this is our bust, this is our waist, this is our hip, and this is our round leg. So you can see it, our bust, our waist, our hip, and also our round leg, here. So we now start again. So we're coming to, we don't measure our bust here because our bust is irrelevant because of the length of the armhole, like the length of your sleeve. It's cut together, so the length of your sleeve is not measured because it has to be a little bit 3/4, or maybe as much as how big you want the length to be, and how big you want the size of it to be. So when it comes to the waist, our waist is 26. We divided with 26 by 2, it gave us 13, and divided 13 by 2 again, it gave us a 6.5. We approximated to 7 and add 1 inch for sewing allowance and 1 inch for allowance. The reason why I made it 1 inch for sewing allowance, like I said, this fabric is a little bit stretchy. I don't want to have an excess allowance in it. So we now did 9 inches as We are going to upstairs 9. And remember, it's supposed to be 6.5, and we are promoting it to 7. So that half each also is also an allowance there. So let's assume that we add 1.5 inch sewing allowance and 1 inch sewing allowance for the gap allowance. So we make it 9. So since you have gotten the waist, we connect the waist to the armhole or the armhole to the waist. Any can serve. That is why we don't measure this thing our bust. If you had go in by our bust is 9. So if you had go in by our bust, you see that it's not up to that armhole. So that's why we don't measure our bust here. Our bust is not included. So when it comes to our hip line is 34. So 34 by 2 will give us a 17, and 17 by 2 will give us 8.5. So we approximated it to 9. So let's assume now we had extra 1.5 sewing inch allowance, so that's going to be 10, and extra one sewing allowance for gap allowance, that's 11. So our hip is going to be 11. Our hip is going to be 11. Remember, one thing you have to remember is that this clothes is supposed to be free. So around leg, we don't measure around leg. We connect the waist to the hip. We are using freehand sketch here, so we are not making use of our French curve here. We are using our freehand sketch on this particular sewing. So we come down from our waist down to the round leg. So you can see this is how our measurement looks like. This is how our measurement looks like. So this is it. Then we cut. Number one is that you have to have a very neat curving. Sorry, I forget the neck line, the back neckline. It's just a normal back neckline. We go in by 3, and we also go in by 1.5 inch. 1.5. We don't want a deep neck at the back. So we now go in. This is our neck, our back neck, and this is our front neck. So we cut. Remember, you should always try and cut in between the two lines to avoid not adding and not subtracting your allowance that you gave to the clothes. And remember, it's better you have an excess allowance than you don't have allowance at all. So we cut. And when cutting, it's not always good to raise your clothes up, because you might make a mistake, or better still, you might not follow the line that you measured. So you can see our cloth is ready. Then we go over to the design. So if this tutorial has been helpful to you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the notification bell to get notified each time we post a new video. Thank you.